Selling land, let's get prepared. Who do you need to consult with? The first person you should consult with would be a land professional. Preferably, and highly recommended, would be to consult with someone who is an accredited land consultant. This is an agent that possesses a specific designation for land. They have a proven track record and they have experience and expertise in handling land transactions. I myself am an accredited land consultant here locally in your area. Second, you should consult with an accountant. Selling land could have some tax liabilities and you'll want to check those out prior to starting the process so you are best informed and educated. Additionally, do you need to consider a 1031 exchange when you sell that property? And there are specific steps that you need to take in order to do that. So it is good to know ahead of time so that everything is lined out and rolls smoothly. A surveyor is also another person to consult with. A freshly surveyed piece of property is always a good idea. It ensures that there are no encroachments from your neighbors. It clearly identifies your boundaries and makes it very easy to see what is being sold. Additionally, your legal description would be accurate and up to date. Of course, selling a property that's freshly surveyed is always more marketable and attractive to the next buyer. If you have any leases or government agreements, now is a good time to go ahead and start collecting all of that data and getting it ready and organized. If it's being leased right now, are you planning on terminating that lease or allowing the next buyer to assume that? And within that lease agreement, is there any kind of stipulation with the tenant that allows them the first right of refusal? Or is there any notice specified in there that you are going to sell and you must give them a certain time frame prior to putting it on the market? It's also good if you have government agreements such as CRP, or maybe you've enrolled in an EQIP program and there is still some time remaining and outstanding on those agreements. So having those contracts in hand makes it crystal clear to the next buyer if there are any limitations on how they can utilize the property. Going ahead and putting together if there's an easement to access your property, so gathering that information so that the next buyer has information about that easement and maybe a maintenance agreement or whatever might go along with that. And then of course, if there are any other documents that are important, such as restrictions, that might pertain to the property on how it can be used. Having all of that gathered and identified up front to a buyer is super important. And it's also helpful to your land professional. That way they can best understand and market and sell your property to the highest capacity. Lastly, if your farm or land is income producing, you need to gather your profit and loss statements for the last 5 years. And of course, most recent soil tests are also very helpful to that next buyer. So if I can answer any questions or help you and have a conversation about selling your land, I'd be more than happy to connect. You can call me, text me, email, send me a message, or leave a comment below. I look forward to hearing from you.